Hi guys, I showed you I'd picked this VTech Rattle and Roll Racer up in the charity shop the other day. I guess we could take it apart and have a look inside, couldn't we? Well, that was easy enough. 6 screws, there's 5 there and 1 still sitting in the end. Motor, gearbox, driving that wheel. At the front we've got a switch that detects when the car is on the ground. And then in the top of the car we've got the on-off and the 2-position volume switch there. Up here we've got an LED, another LED, and then that's the buttons on the front there. There's the speaker tucked up in there, and then we've got the controller board here with some cobs, black blobs, circuit on board. Probably have to take that off because I can see on the back of it now, looks like there's a switch operated when you push him in, although it seemed to work without him. So we'll have a look. And then up here is the microphone that I was talking about. So I think we'll look at the board first and then we'll look at this gearbox and clutch thing afterwards.
I'm ready, let's race!
Right, we've got quite a bit to show here. I've taken that off so we can see the 2 buttons on the back there. If he's not on the ground and the front wheel isn't depressed, so that switch isn't operated, then pressing these buttons we just go through the talking.
Time to race! Woohoo! Let's pick up the pace! Phoebe, here I come! I won the race, I'm number 1!
But if we push that wheel in, I'll just put it down on the ground. Now do the same thing.
I'm ready to go. It's race time.
And we got the motor is engaged if that switch is in place.
I'm ready. Let's race. I'm a little racer. I like to race on the open road.
And if we give him a little shake,
Here I come.
so that's showing the operation of that switch and those buttons.
Time to race. Woohoo! Let's pick up the pace. Phoebe, here I come. I'm ready to go. It's race. I'm ready to go. Time to race. Woohoo! Let's pick up the pace.
And it does reverse, but what's not happening is this wheel isn't turning, and it's just not making any contact at all, or it's not dragging it round. So it just goes round in circles at the moment. I don't know if there's anything I can do there. There's 3 screws on that gearbox and motor assembly, and that lifts out nicely. Nice little unit, that. Now we've got this. That's the gear that's driven by the gearbox and motor. And then we've got this spring-loaded thing that's supposed to drive the other wheel. Okay, what happens now? Oh, the wheel comes apart. Oh, didn't need to take it apart anyway. Right, now, this won't mean anything to you if this is the first one of my disassemblies that you've seen, but I was taking apart some shake and go electric racing cars that had a differential on them, and on one of them, one of the wheels didn't turn, and I was expecting it to be something like this inside. And it wasn't. There was actually some gears missing out of the gearbox. But this clearly, it's got, can we see that? Like a ratchet effect there. Little teeth that only grip one way, that should be gripping on that. So it'll turn that direction, but not turn in the opposite direction. And that's not happening. I'm not quite sure why though. That's clearly some sort of spring loading on it. Didn't need to undo that at all. That was a diversion. So I'll put that back together. But yeah, I don't know why. What's going on there? Oh, there we go, that's come off now. Right, that appears to be split. I think that's supposed to slide in and out, but because that is split, I don't know if we can see there, but that's split there, that's probably expanded a bit, and that's what's gripping this, so instead of sliding in and out, it's jamming. See if there's anything I can do about that. I don't know what. Maybe just file it down a little bit. And there we go. I've quite literally just filed a little bit of it off the end, or on the flats there where it would have expanded where it's split. And now that's sliding in and out easily. So we should be able to put it all back together again, and it should work. So that should now grip in one direction and freewheel in the other. Right, back in place so that if I turn this side, that wheel turns. which it wasn't doing before. Right, let's see if that wheel turns this time. Right, we'll put it back together.